George Clooney, a passionate Derby County.
Yeah.
He was introduced to the Rams by Jack O'Connell, an English actor, when they were making a movie together, and ever since he has followed the Rams.
Up the Rambos!
Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Pod with Mike and Dan, and this is our preview of this weekend's game against Derby County. This will be coming out on Thursday, so last night we would have played Coventry, and hopefully we would have got something from that game, but this is recorded on Monday night, so at this point we don't know, and judging by our away form so far this season, I'm going to assume not. So we could be very, very close to the relegation zone going into the Derby game. Let's hope not. But Dan, how are we head-to-head against Derby County?
Well, this is mental, Mike. You know, I said we played Blackburn 81 times, and that was a lot. And then we played Preston 91 times, and that was a lot. But guess how many times we played Derby?
106.
102 times.
That is a lot.
Yeah, isn't it? We've won 35, drawn 24, lost 43. So, as usual, the opposition have got the upper hand. Since 1990, we've played them 25 times, won 7, lost 11. Since 2000, played 14 times, won 4. We haven't beaten them in the last 5 games. We lost the last one and drew the fourth before that. So, yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you some reliable team news, as always, because there is some reliable team news. George Honeyman wouldn't be playing, and there he was, very much playing for Millwall at the weekend. So I'm just going to whiz through these because, I don't know how accurate this is. I really need to find a new site. But this is according to bsoccer.com. Their injuries are, you've got, I don't know, I'm going to butcher this name, Nyambe, Nyambe, is out with a hamstring injury until early May. Ben Osborne is out also with a hamstring injury. David Ozo, thigh injury. He's out for the season. This is positive. Kimo Roof, I think, is a former Rangers player, isn't he? He's out with a hamstring injury. A lot of hamstring injuries here. I'd be worried about their training pitch. It seems to be that's what Pompey fans would be saying. They were always hamstring injuries. Ayla is also out. Could be back, though. He's mid-April, his return. D. Brown and C. Nelson. C. Nelson's definitely... Oh, D. Brown, another hamstring injury. But Nelson definitely not playing. He's out with a cruciate ligament injury. So he's out until midway through the next season, by the looks of it. So unfortunate for him. Not sure how crucial any of those players are really for Derby. I don't really keep up with Derby, but I don't think any of them are regulars or were regulars prior to their injuries. But there you go. Team news. What have we got on the old form front?
On the form front, well, they've won 4 out of 6. They lost and they won 4 in a row. And then they lost again. I mean, they've had a good run. Looking at the teams they've beaten, they're teams that you might, you'd like to pick points up against. They beat Preston, Plymouth. Did beat Coventry at home, Blackburn at home, but then they've had some bad defeats. Away to QPR, lost 4-0. Lost to Middlesbrough. Lost to Swansea last game, which was an important game for them. But yeah, they were doing all right. They haven't had a bad run. I think you said the other week, didn't you? Their form was second only to ours.
Yeah, other teams down there. Yeah, and they play Burnley, obviously, on Tuesday night. So by the time, again, this goes out, they would have played that game, but hopefully Burnley would have turned them over, so they'll go back in off the back of 2 defeats against us coming into our game. So, hopefully we'll be able to put some distance between us and them. All right, players to watch. Do you know what? I know it's obvious. I know it's easy and obvious to do this, but 2 players I'm going to focus on are 2 ex-Pompey players. Matt Clark, Pompey player between 2015 and 2019, and originally joined us on loan from Ipswich. We all remember Matt Clark very fondly, his little runs from the left side of centre-back through the pitch. 175 games he played for Portsmouth, 9 goals during that time. The other player is Marcus Harness, who now seems to be playing as a centre-forward for Derby. They seem to be playing like a 5-3-2 formation, don't they, lately? But Harness spent 3 seasons at Pompey. Wasn't massively... Seemed to get some stick, didn't he, at Pompey? I thought he was pretty decent, to be fair, for us. I don't know what...
Yeah, I think he had,
Did he say out of turn or anything like that? I don't know.
I think on the whole, I think he was mostly popular, wasn't he? But there's always going to be a few that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I thought I quite liked him, but yeah, 134 games for us in those 3 seasons, 31 goals. He had one season, didn't he, where he was kind of, I think he was our top scorer. In fact, possibly his second to last before we moved on. And here's a kind of a coincidental link, because obviously Matt Clark joined us originally on loan from Ipswich, and Marcus Harness is currently at Derby on loan from Ipswich. How crazy!
Wow, that is mental.
That really is. Do you want to? Should we touch famous fans?
Yes.
But do you remember which Hollywood actor is a famous Derby County fan? I think
I don't know. Probably someone like probably George Clooney, who once said,
hang on, George
really?
George Clooney, a passionate Derby County.
Yeah.
He was introduced to the Rams by Jack O'Connell, a Derby County English actor.
Yeah.
When they were making a movie together, and ever since he has followed the Rams.
Up the Rambos.
Up the Rambos. Now, also, he's by far the most famous Derby County fan. There's a few others like Robert Lindsay, for example, is a Derby fan.
Yeah.
That's about it. We did mention famous fans in the last pod we did for these, so we won't go back into them again. Jack O'Connell was obviously one. Yeah. So, what are you thinking?
Well, hold on. I've got a gentle bit of fun for you.
Okay.
I've demonstrated.
Anagram quiz, is it?
Well, it's word based, but this is just a gentle crossword for you, Mike. I promise you, it's very easy. Honestly, it's very easy, and you've already answered. You've already answered a couple of them. They're mostly to do with Pompey and Derby, but there's a couple of extra little ones. Okay. So I'm going to share the old.
You can play along if you're watching. Please play along. You'll be much better than me because my memory is terrible. My use of words, as you would have seen it, is pretty terrible.
Yeah. There you go. Can you see that? All right. Make it a bit bigger. Yeah. Let me try and zoom in. Okay. You can see. It's fine, mate. Honestly, I promise you, it's really easy. I swear to you. Not even. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right.
Right, here we go. Right.
So, do you want to read them out? Do you want to read out first?
Where do you want to start? 4 o'clock. Okay.
4 o'clock.
Managed Pompey between 91 and 95, and Derby between 95 and 01.
Yeah. Well, I know that one.
Yeah.
I know that. That's surely John Gregory, isn't it?
Okay, we'll come back to that one then, because that doesn't fit in there, does it? John Gregory, those spaces. Let's come back to that one. Right, here we go. How about this one? One down. Defender who played for Pompey between 1619 and Derby between 1921.
Oh, where's?
You've already said about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, go on then. Where would you like to go next?
Go on. Let's go 2, because I know that one. Home of Derby County.
Home of Derby County. Yeah.
Is a bit of a clue there. A bit of a clue. Pride Park, isn't it?
Well done.
Of course it is. Okay.
We're getting some.
Is 3 down the same as 5 across?
Well, it could be, but it's not. Is it not? Yeah, it is the same question. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. Right. So 3 down is how many? Oh.
I didn't do the work.
Oh, Kevin Harper, is it?
Oh, go on. Which one? 3 down.
3 down.
Kevin Harper.
3 down. Yeah.
You want Kevin Harper for that one? No. Try that for the. No, he's not.
5
3 down. He's not.
Oh yeah. Hang on. It's 5 across, isn't it? 5, yeah, I can see the Harper
5
at the end of
across.
that. So
Kevin Harper. There you go.
There you go. Nice quick one, this quiz, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it was supposed to. Right, there we go.
Okay, another Scottish player.
3 down.
Pompey.
In the 6-2 win over Derby. Same as with Kev. Kev Harper was in the squad. There was another Scottish player in that squad. In the starting 11. I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
I always forget he was Scottish. You wouldn't think of it.
Oh, I know who it is.
And his name is still sung at Fratton Park often. Usually when somebody blasts the ball 30 yards over the goal, or misses the goal.
Is it Nigel Clark?
It is Nigel Quasi.
Is he Scottish, is he? I don't remember.
Apparently so. Yeah, no, I forgot that.
I was thinking more of who was Richard Hughes. I was thinking of,
Oh.
but no. Okay, so it's probably between 91 and 90. What's wrong with my memory? Why can't I remember that?
3 and 5 it is.
Oh, it's Jim.
I'll give you a clue. Yeah,
it's Jim Smith, isn't it?
It's Jim Smith. Yeah, I was going to say I've kissed him on the cheek, and I've given him and his wife a lift home, and he was pissed, and he was very, very nice.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
How come you gave me a lift home?
Because I asked him to work at Port Solent, so he let me work there the night they had their Christmas party, and yeah, he was really nice. And I asked him about who he was going to sell. Might have been a Whittingham or someone. And I said, "Are you going to sell Guy Whittingham?" He said, "No." And then I think a couple of months later, we went to Aston Villa.
He lied.
Right, go on then. Yeah.
Well, 7 across can't be right because it's only a 4-letter word. And for some reason, there's more than 4 letters there, isn't there?
What's the clue? Currently the worst
ever Premier League team. Oh, that was a real shame, wasn't it? It's a real shame.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves, eh?
No. Okay, Strike play for Pompey between 94 and 97 and Derby between 97 and 02.
I'd say this is the most tricky. You do know this person, but it's 4 and 6. You want to come back to that one? Oh, yeah, close. Not Dean.
Oh.
Not Dean.
Dion Burton.
Oh, very good, Michael.
Is it Dion? It is Dion Burton. Yeah, nice. Dion Burton.
Good answer.
Nice.
Right, there we go. We've got the easy ones now. Okay. 6 down.
6 down.
Wings. We played for Pompey between 2019 2022 and currently at Derby. We're just looking for the surname.
Okay. Harness. Marcus Harness. Yeah. All right. Sweet. And then finally, 8 down. Scored the Pompey equaliser
against Derby in the pouring rain at Fratton Park last season. The second equaliser. Yeah, the second. No, I think we went 1-0 up and then 2-1 down. Just made it 2-2.
Oh,
on a Friday night. Was it a Friday night? Possibly.
It wasn't the long range belter, was it?
It was a long range. It was a belter. Doesn't play for Pompey anymore.
But did do earlier in the season. Oh my God! His name is completely gone from my mind. I can picture him. He's best mates with Callum Lang.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What is his
name?
There you
go. Oh! I can't give you any.
Owen Moxon.
Moron.
There
we go.
Moxon. Of course, it is. His name just completely escaped me. See, that's how terrible I am at things like this. Is that even someone who played for us as recently as just like a couple of months ago, I still forget. So when it comes to people, in fact, I'm probably better at longer term ones. That's a sign of dementia, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
You passed the crossword. Well done. Told you it was gentle, didn't I? Told you it was.
So let us know how you got on with that. Did you get them quicker than I did? Pop it in the comments. Which one did you find most tricky? Did you get Dion Burton? I was quite pleased with Dion Burton. So, score predictions against Derby at the weekend, Fratton Park. I'm going to give you a little thing on the beforehand. So, obviously, we've been spanked by the real drubbings we had away from home: Derby, Stoke, Cardiff. Now we've already got our own back on Stoke and Cardiff, haven't we? At Fratton Park.
Yep.
So, can we do it again against Derby?
We didn't against Plymouth, did we? We didn't get revenge against Plymouth.
No. Well, no. But we weren't turned over by Plymouth on their ground, were we? It was kind of a close, and I think it had been set forward. We probably would have won something.
Yes. So Derby battered us, didn't they? And that was probably up there with our top 10 worst away performances. You pick one. Well, my prediction is that we must win. That's my prediction. We must win.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yes, a win.
Yeah.
3-2. We goal fest.
Oh, That'd be too nervy. I don't want to freak you. God, but if we do, at the end of the day, I don't care if we win, we win, no matter what. If it's 7-6, it doesn't really matter.
Can we just have a nice 2 or 3-0? That'd be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'd like. A nice, comfortable early goal, settle any nerves, and then just not really look in any real danger, and then get a second one, second half, seal the deal, and we'll be a nice little 7 points above Derby at that point with 4 games left to go. That will be nice. What do you think? Pop it in the comments. Do you think we'll beat Derby this weekend? Let us know how you got on with Dan's crossword. Did you create that yourself, by the way?
I did, yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Pop your score prediction in. What do you think the lineup will be? Because there is a few question marks in the lineup at the moment, isn't there? I was quite surprised that Al-Shish wasn't brought on for that last 15, 20 minutes, and he brought Blair on instead against Millwall. But who knows? Is Swanson injured, or did he just have a bit of a fit because he was told he wasn't playing? We don't know. But drop them in the comments. Please let us know if you've got any comments about the podcast as well. Pop in there as well. Anyway, we'll be back with a review of the Derby County victory at Fratton Park. But for now, play our Pompey. Goodbye.
Bye.